A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another board game review. And of course, as always, I have my bad decision juice. Should not have done that. Today we are going to be playing Gambit, Remy LeBeau, against Crossbones. Let's take a look at the villain first. One scheme, one attack. When he uses a weapon attachment, his attacks gain piercing. Discard any tough status cards. That's all that means. For our setup, we are using the experimental weapons, standard encounter sets, and the modular sets Hydra Patrol, Weapons Master, and Legion of Hydra. Create the experimental weapons deck and set it next to the main scheme. Okay, this is the experimental weapons deck here. So give that a quick shuffle, and we're just going to put that above the main scheme. And then when revealed on this side, attack on Mount Athena. Reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. Okay. Let's just put that nice and neat. Top card is Laser Rifle, attached to the villain. +1 attack. When attached villain attacks, the attack gets ranged. Spend a mind and an energy resource to discard this card. Okay, so we'll just put that on Crossbones. We'll take Crossbones deck. Give it a quick shuffle. He is the first villain in the Rise of Red Skull. That was a terrible shuffle. The Rise of Red Skull campaign. I like playing against Crossbones. I think his character was grossly underutilized in the MCU movies, but that's just me. Okay. Remy LeBeau, 3 recovery. Hand size of 6 on this side and 9 health. Thief Extraordinaire, action thwart. Exhaust Remy LeBeau and look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards, remove threat from the scheme, equal to the number of boost icons on that card. Pretty cool. 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 defense. Hand size of 5. Charge the card. Place 1 charge counter on here. Limit once per round. Throw the card. Interrupt when you play an attack event. Remove up to 3 charge counters from here. That event deals +1 damage for each charge counter. And I'm just using his pre-constructed deck today. I don't really have time these days to get into the minutiae of deck building. And I just wanted to throw a quick game together, something to upload on the channel to entertain you guys. So there you go. Look at that. I cannot shuffle to save my life. This is why I'm not a Vegas, poker dealer or whatever. All right. Let's draw our 6 cards. Put that back. What do we get? Mutant Education. Play it only if your identity has the mutant trait. Choose up to 2 identity-specific cards in your discard pile. Shuffle them into your deck. If X-Mansion is in play, draw a card. Okay. Charge card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. For this attack, if Gambit's throw the card ability removed at least 1 counter, it gets ranged. 2, it gets piercing. 3, it gets overkill. Natural Agility. When you defend against an attack, place 1 charge counter on Gambit. For each charge counter, you get +1 defense. Not bad. Stealth Strike. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If the enemy is defeated by this attack, remove 2 threats from a scheme. Beauty and the Thief. It's a team-up card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Okay. Royal Flush. Place 1 charge counter on Gambit. Deal 0 damage to an enemy. Deal 0 damage to an enemy. Deal 0 damage to an enemy. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get rid of that one. Don't need that. Can get rid of Stealth Strike. Don't need that quite at the moment. And I'll get rid of these two as well. All right, and then I draw 4 more. 3 and 4, giving us molecular acceleration. Passion for justice. Okay, we can't get rid of the weapon just yet. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, you might hear my cat in the kitty litter tray for a moment. All right. Okay, let's get started. As an alter ego action, I'm going to choose up to 2 identity-specific cards and shuffle them back into my deck. These 2 that I discarded. Let's put them at random spots and then shuffle the deck. And you can hear my cat being a cat, which is very frustrating. He does it every time I want to film something. But them's the breaks if you are a pet owner. Okay. So they're shuffled back in. And X-Mansion isn't in play, so I do not draw a card. Did you do your business, mate? Okay. You're a good boy. All right. If you only have the spy or thief, remove 3 threat from scheme. Well, I don't have that. I'm going to flip to this side. Scheme. See, these are all... I'm going to use my charge counter here. Okay, I'm going to use molecular acceleration and so I'm going to use this with molecular acceleration. When you spend this card, place 1 charge counter on Gambit. So he gets another charge counter. And I'm going to play Hit and Run, place 1 charge counter on Gambit. When you play an attack event, remove up to 3 charge counters. This is an attack event. I'm going to remove up to 3 charge counters. And I'm going to deal 9 damage to putting him on 3. Do 0 damage, deal 0 damage to an enemy, deal 0 damage to an enemy. But because I removed all those charge counters, I do 3 damage per one. So I hit him for 9. That leaves me with these 2 cards. I'm going to attack, putting him down to 1 on the first turn. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to ditch those 2 cards. Draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, not bad. X-Mansion, Mutant Education again, Natural Agility. When you thwart, remove 1 operative counter from here. Thwart removes 1 additional threat. Okay. No attacky ones, but that's alright. Deal 1 damage. He's going to attack me for 1 plus 1. It gets piercing because he has a weapon. I'm not going to block this, or should I? Charge on Gambit. 3. I am going to defend against this. And I'm going to play Natural Agility to get a charge counter. So he now has, he's getting hit for 2. Give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot, heal 3 damage from him. So he blocked all the damage, but the villain got a tough status card instead. And my encounter card is Legions of Hydra. If Madam Hydra is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Madam Hydra, put her into play, engage with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck, place 2 additional threat on here for each Hydra enemy in play. Does Crossbones count as a Hydra enemy? He does. So there's going to be 5 threat on here after we add Madam Hydra. Okay, I think me defending was a bad idea. But them's the breaks in Marvel Champions. All right, Madam Hydra. 2 thwarts, or 2 scheme to attack. Madam Hydra cannot take damage while Legions of Hydra side scheme is in play. After Madam Hydra schemes or attacks, place 2 threat on Legions of Hydra side scheme. Okay. Let's see what we can do. We literally cannot do anything. So if we flip over, do we lose our counters? Let me just check the rules for that. Do we lose our charge counters if we flip? It doesn't say. So we're gonna get another. We're gonna flip. Okay, we're clearly gonna get the next one here. There's nothing we can do about that. Action thwart. Oh, we've got to exhaust him. No. Well, you know what? Let's spend this to put Thieves Guild into play. Let's choose up to 2 specific cards. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We'll pay these 2 to put X-Mansion into play. Heal 1 damage from mutant character. Any alter ego mutant trait may trigger the ability. Whatever. We're going to use this to put 2 Gambit specific cards into play. We're going to put Royal Flush and Mutant Acceleration. They get shuffled back into the deck. Like so. And because X-Mansion is in play, we get to draw a card. And we draw Stealth Strike. Okay. And that is going to be our turn. So we're going to ready. We're going to draw 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. So we have 6. Okay, he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3, which leads us into our second scheme, the Infinity Stone. Reveal the top card of the Experimental Weapons deck. Forced response. After the villain attacks and damage, discard 1 card from your hand. Okay. She's going to scheme for 2. So there is currently 3 on here because we get 1. All right. And our encounter card is... Oh, wait a second. After she schemes or attacks, place 2 threats on Legions of Hydra. Oh, crap shit. And then we get Hard as Nails. When revealed, give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot, heal 3 damage from it instead. Here's 4. We've made some very bad decisions, so we get some bad decision juice. All right. Going to exhaust Remy LeBeau. Going to look at the top 2 cards from the encounter deck. Well, they're both 1. And we discard one of those cards. Remove threat. Insight 1. We'll discard that one. We'll put you back on top. We remove 1 threat from the scheme. Not good. We'll flip over. He is exhausted, by the way. We'll use this to play charged card. So we put a charge counter on you. We're going to remove 2 charge counters. We deal 4 damage to an enemy for this attack. If Gambit's throw the card ability is removed at least 2 counters, the attack gains piercing. So that gets rid of the tough status because it's piercing damage. And we go down to 0, which flips over Crossbones to the next side. Attacks gain piercing. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Crossbones machine gun and attach it to Crossbones. And he has 14 health. Okay, so let's put this at 14. Because when I lose, I can at least say I got him to his second form. Here's Crossbones machine gun. Even though it was on the bottom, we're still going to shuffle. And what does this say? Attach to Crossbones 2 ammo counters. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons. Well, here we go. Watch Gambit get absolutely massacred. Okay, so that was that. So we used that to do that. Stealth strike. 4 damage. Natural agility I need. Hit and run. Deal 2 damage. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. She's just going to put 2 threat back on that scheme. I'm going to hold on to all of these. Draw 1 more card, which is Creole Charmer. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay. Well, 1 threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to attack me for 2, 3 damage at the moment. I will defend against this. And I will use natural agility. When you defend, place 1 charge counter. So my defense is 4 at the moment. So he's attacking me for 3, 4. So I defend against it. His machine gun gives me 1. And Madam Hydra gives me 2. So I take 3 damage overall. 2 threat goes on to here. Legions of Hydra. Now encounter card is, of course, I shuffled the fucking deck. Crossbones would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. His armor. Oh my lord. I shuffled the deck like a numbnuts. Alright. Okay. I'm going to play hit and run. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. I'm going to remove a charge to make that 3 damage. Putting him down to 11. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Doesn't matter. It's going to go straight back. So you know what? I'm going to take it from the main scheme. Nothing else I can do. So I'm going to flip. I don't care. And I'm going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is my turn. Okay, threat on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4, 5. Which pushes that over. Okay. The getaway. Reveal a top card of the experimental weapons deck. And it starts with 1 scheme on it. Top card is attached to the villain. Villain gets to retaliate 1. Fantastic. She's going to scheme for 2. And 2 goes on here. Putting that at 10. So I can't hit her at all. And our encounter card is a Hydra Soldier with Guard. Fan-fucking-tastic. Well, this game kind of got away, but you know what? Don't really care because it was hella fun. Bishop to thwart. No charge counters on my identity. You know what? I'm going to thwart. I'll look at the top 2 cards. 1 and 2. Well, I'm going to discard the 2 to give me that. I'm going to flip. I'm going to use my charge counter, making Rogue only cost 3. So I'm going to put Rogue in play. 3. Spy or Thief. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay. Play that. To remove 3 threat from that scheme, because whatever. And Rogue is going to attack for 2, taking 1 consequential damage. I ready everything. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not even going to look at him. Threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to attack for 1, 2, 3. Rogue will take this. 4. Thank you, Rogue. Love you. Have a quick kissy. She's going to attack for 2. I'll take it. Putting me down to 4. 2 threat goes on here. He's going to attack for 2. I'll take it. Putting me down to 2. Okay. Display confuse an enemy. Oh man, we got nothing. Alright, well, let's put Dazzler into play. Let's confuse Crossbones. Let's confuse Madam Hydra so we're not putting any more extra shit on the thing. So Dazzler goes into play. Dazzler's going to attack for 2, getting rid of the Hydra Guard. Deal encounter card face down. She gets 1 thing. And I'm going to attack for 2. Putting him down to 9 health. I am then going to flip over and heal 1 damage from a mutant. That will be Dazzler. That'll be my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2, 3, and we've lost the game. Yep. 4, 3, 6. There we go. That ran away really, really quickly with that stupid Legions of Hydra, and look how many attachments Crossbones had on him. But you know what? Don't care. Absolutely love the game. Don't even know what my cards were. Royal Flush, charge card. Oh man, there were some good cards. Well, each to their own. Could we have done 9 damage if we'd survived this turn? Thwart event, breaking and entering. Remove 3 threat. If it removes threat, confuse the villain. No. Hit and run, deal 2 damage. Charged card. 3, 4. We couldn't have played both. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could have fucking won. Look at that. Ah, well. It's not whether you win or lose, though. It's how much fun you had playing the game. Had a ton of fun with this one. Probably made some mistakes. Don't really care. Still a fucking cool game. One of my favorites. We'll always keep this, and it will always get to the table. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Click the notification bell, leave a comment, do all of that YouTube-y stuff. But most importantly, stay safe. Have a sip of bad decision juice. Oh man, that's good. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And enjoy, well, just enjoy. I'll see you in the next video.